Hey guys, so it's Saturday morning and I had a really good video yesterday, like the first time I ever recorded. It was just basically an intro video, but it was something that I was kind of proud of, something that I thought was okay for my first try, until I realized later on in the evening, as I was checking it out, ready to upload it, editing and whatnot, that I committed the cardinal sin. That's right, I recorded in vertical, not horizontal. You can only guess how upset I was at that. So here we are again, trying this another time, seeing as to how I messed up the first time. This time is a little different. I got it set on vertical. I had to adjust the position of my camera a little bit. Still recording on my Note 5 because the GoPro is not here right now, and I'm seeing a little vibration on the phone. So that's gonna be an issue maybe in the future. Or maybe that's just my hand or the car. I'm not sure yet. But I'm getting some vibration, and it wasn't something that was there before. Just gonna go this way. So that might be an issue. I might have to because the video's gonna look like I got Parkinson's disease or something. So let me just adjust that to the best of my abilities. Yeah, that's to the best of my abilities. So sorry about the big hand and the big face. I just wanted to make sure that it was as tight as it possibly could be. Again, I guess it's another test, is just see how it records in horizontal mode now. And I did want to talk about something. I do have a topic prepared. Not prepared, but just something that popped in my mind as I was putting on my shoes today. I'm running late, by the way. But I wanted to talk about how the first thing that I used to do when I got up, well, after I used the bathroom, brush my teeth and all that, first thing I used to do is turn on the TV, put on Channel 7. In the Southern California, Los Angeles area, it was Channel 7. That's the ABC channel, or at least for my purposes, it's where I would find my cartoons. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And it's an old rant, and you probably heard other people rant about it way much better. But this is my take on the subject. I would wake up, breakfast ready to go, because my mom was awesome. She would always have something for me to eat, even if that something was simply refried beans. Hey man, I'm not complaining, it's refried beans, right? And eggs, and she knows exactly what I like. So it was always just that, or a variation of that, with like a piece of cheese and bread. That was always ready. You know, people complain about their parents a lot, but I'm never going to complain about the fact that my mom always had breakfast for me. And bam, TV's on, sit on the couch. I had maybe an hour, because I could never watch cartoons all the way. I would always have to go, because Saturdays don't wait for no one. I'd always have to go, and but the hour that I used to get to watch was the greatest thing. And I knew that if I got up earlier, instead of getting up at 8, getting up at 7, I'd get to watch more cartoons. But I never did that because I was a lazy bastard. Well, not in the literal sense. I was just lazy though. But that was it. You get up early, you watch cartoons, and if you didn't get up, if I got up at 8:30, you missed whatever was on at 8. Usually it was Recess or Pepper Ann or Doug. Whenever Doug was on, I don't remember watching Doug on Saturdays. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but it was those. And then on Channel 11, Fox, at least here in the Los Angeles area, it was Channel 11, they'd have the competing cartoons, and those were for the older kids, and every once in a while I would watch them. Eventually Channel 5 got into it, but almost every major network on network TV, not cable, they would all have their Saturday morning block of cartoons. And as a kid, that's like the coolest thing ever. You get up, you don't have to go to school. You don't really have to go anywhere, but you get up early just the same because you want to watch cartoons. And I have very fond memories of, like I said, Recess and Pepper and I will talk more about those shows in detail in perhaps another video. But what I mainly wanted to talk about was how eventually, as time went on, I got older, but I still kept doing it, man. I watch cartoons to this day, but as time went on, there were less and less options. I remember the first block to go was Channel 11, Fox Kids, and that was like the coolest thing because they had all the Japanese cartoons, and that was like, for me, that was new. I didn't really have any friends growing up that liked that sort of stuff, but I liked it, and that was good enough for me. And so Channel 11 had all the really cool ones, at the time. I even remember, and I'm gonna date myself, this is how old I am. I remember watching season 1 of One Piece. Season 1, where they were just barely like meeting each other and stuff. So that's how old I am. I was watching that on Fox Kids, and maybe it was in season 1 because all the little problems that occur, but I do remember being there for that particular moment, and I wish I would have stuck with it because it really did look cool, but time and circumstances and all that. But what I do remember is Fox Kids went first. It stopped showing less and less until eventually there were no more cartoons on Channel 11. And then Channel 7, ABC did the same thing, There were no more cartoons on Channel 7, which was lame because when that happened, I was finally getting to a point where I understood cartoons I didn't understand when I was smaller, like the Proud Family or Kim Possible. I actually regret not watching Kim Possible at the time because like a dumbass kid, I thought, oh, that's a girl show, it stars a girl. I didn't know how cool that was, actually. I was a dumb kid. I admit that, and anything in this video sounds like a confession. I guess that's it. But the last one to go, and I guess it still hasn't gone. I mean, they just try, but it's not the same. It was Channel 5. And they had all the DC cartoons on Channel 5. I remember back in the day, they had Superman, they had Batman, they had Animaniacs, and that stuff, they even went so far as to show it in the afternoons. And Fox Kids used to do the same thing. I remember they used to do that. But that's a topic for another day. I'm gonna talk about afternoon cartoons, maybe on the next video or something like that. But I remember that they all just sort of stopped, and I never really found out why. Geez, maybe I should have, but I never found out why. I mean, it's not really much of a problem today. It doesn't really affect anybody, and I'll tell you why. Today I woke up, I didn't really eat breakfast. I had to check on the car, But as I got up and I was going about my day, getting ready to come to work, I'm looking at my little sister. She's 8 years old. The smartest thing I've ever seen for an 8-year-old. And she's on her tablet watching Netflix. And you know where I'm going with this, right? You already know. But I'm going to get there. You're going to have to stay there with me. She's watching, I think it was Pokemon X and Y. I didn't even know that was a thing. To me, there's still only 151 Pokemon, with Mew being the last one. That's, again, I'm dating myself. That's how old I am. I grew up, and Ash didn't, and what a shame. But she's watching Pokemon X and Y, eating breakfast, same treatment, If my mom is something, she is consistent. So same treatment I got as a kid, she getting as a kid, but better. Because she don't have to get up at 7, 8 in the morning to watch your cartoons. She just get up at whatever time she wants, put on her headphones, put on Netflix, and watch them. And watch them in a row. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to sound old. I know throughout this whole video I've been sounding old, but that's where I'm going with this. If at any time I wanted to watch more than one episode of Recess, well, you're screwed. Because you were only getting one. And if you want another one, you gotta wait till next week. The internet in my day wasn't a thing. Okay? YouTube didn't show up until way later. And any other videos with that sort of thing, neither. You wanted to watch one more than one episode of something, you had to buy the tapes. That's right, I said tapes, not even DVDs. Because when DVDs came out, I was older already. I didn't really care for that sort of thing anymore. But you had to buy the tapes. And them tapes are expensive. You're paying like $20, $25 for like 3 episodes or something, you know? That's a lot. And then, so that's like my main thing that just burns at me. Like with today, the way things are is that at any given time, you can sit down and watch 5, 6 episodes of something. And it's so easy and so accessible that they don't do it. They don't do it, man. I would have killed to have been able to watch more than one episode of Digimon back in the day. I would have, you know. And now that it's on Netflix, you think I want to? No, because my time has passed, you know. Like, I don't enjoy that sort of thing as much anymore. Or maybe that particular one as much. And that, well, that's more of a dubbing issue. And I don't really want to get into that like right now because I'm about to get into work. You're gonna hear plenty of Digimon rants on here. I guarantee to you that you're gonna hear plenty of that because, yeah. But that's what I'm getting at is, geez, man, kids today, they have it better. They don't know it. They'll never know it. It's not the same to tell them over and over and over again. You had to be there. You had to experience it. And I know the older ones, y'all watching or not watching, y'all feel the same way. And I'll give you another example of anything. You wanted to watch more than one episode of Friends or more than one episode of Fresh Prince, which was my personal favorite, like growing up back in the day. You're screwed. Unless you had cable, which I never did as a child because there was nobody to pay for it, and my old man was more of a movie buff than a cable buff. He didn't believe in cable. Hell, the only reason we got cable today is because the Dodgers are on Time Warner and not on DirecTV, but that's another subject for another day, and you better believe we're going to talk about that another day. For right now, I guess what I want to say, the way I want to end this particular video is that Saturday morning cartoons are one of my fondest memories, and that's not just me, that's everybody who grew up in the 90s and a little into the early zeros or aughts or whatever you want to call them. They're fond memories, not because of the content, because the content they're cartoons, man. Come on, what do you expect? It's not that big of a deal, but what you were doing at that period, how you were enjoying it, how it was relating to you, the fact that you were watching something similar, that's a big deal, you know. That was a big deal. We all really, really loved that. And anytime I get with my friends and for whatever reason they want to talk about cartoons, I'm always there. And that's like always my number one thing is that kids today, y'all don't know what it's like. Y'all never gonna know what it's like because the internet is a thing. Even if it's not on Netflix, whatever you want is just a Google away, and that's a privilege and a luxury that we didn't enjoy. In any case, I gotta go. You know, I gotta start my day. Just a quick thing, a few points before I end the video. I guess this probably will be the first video that goes up on YouTube after a little editing. And I say after a little editing because the whole thing was shaking like crazy. On Saturdays, I'll be recording in the mornings because by the time I get out at 7, and right now 7 is dark. I don't know what kind of ambient light I'll get. I'll do a few test runs, see if I can record at night, but I'm not promising anything. Most other days I'll be recording in the afternoon as I'm coming from work. So if my appearance is insane, you guys know why. In any case, y'all take care. Stay frosty.